What up, YouTube? I got a question. Does this is for people who do not work for Swift, and even the ones that do drive for Swift. Does everybody have problems with the fucking Qualcomm? Mine has been replaced, so I've had this truck now for 5 weeks, something like that. Maybe longer, I don't know. It's got 16,216 miles on it. I've been in it 1,099 hours. But this Qualcomm has been changed twice. And it was brand new when I got in the truck. It's been changed twice. So, I told my husband, I'm going to give it one more week. I've been saying that like every week. I'm sorry I'm like all up in your business, but the sun is like right in my face. Maybe that helps. There we go. Now we can be normal, sort of. That's better. All right. Yeah, my truck is a mess, man. I got water bottles. And I threw that stupid vest off. I know the importance of the vest, but nobody looks cute in that color. I threw that bitch off. Since the beginning, you know, everybody tells you need to get your own backup GPS. It's a good investment. It'll save you a lot of time, and I get it. But again, I'm trying to get to a goal, so I don't spend a lot of money out here that doesn't need to be spent. When the damn thing, the navigation system part of it, when it works, it's perfect. Now granted, it's taking me all the way the fucking scenic routes and shit, and when I can see that that's where I'm going, I just stay on the highway and hit reroute or reroute, or however you want to say it. If you're from Northeast, you probably say route. From down here, we say route. I don't know. But you can always get it to route you different if you just keep staying on the interstate. But sometimes you run into more traffic and, you know, it's just hit or miss. I drive really good hours. Like, I leave around 4 or 5 in the morning and I'm done. Like, right now it is 3:10 here. I've already showered. I've already done all my business. I'm getting ready to cook me a steak and call it a night. I'm usually in bed by 5 p.m., whatever time zone I'm in. So, the Qualcomm navigation system has almost gotten me into a lot of wrecks. Even looking ahead at the second little thing, I don't know if it's just a West Coast thing, because it happens to me everywhere. That bitch doesn't have a signal. Or she'll say, exit here, and then the exit is a split, but she doesn't tell you until you've already kind of had to. You kind of have to know what direction you're going in the state to stay ahead of her, because she's going to tell you fucking late every single time. So when you're doing your your pre-plan, trip plan, whatever, when you are planning out your trip, there we go, make sure you're looking at an aerial. I use Google Earth and Google Maps, a combination of the two, to look at, for example, they fucking like me in California. I literally just did the same 500 miles I did yesterday going south. I'm doing the same 500 miles today going up. But I am 78 miles away from my destination, and I'm getting to that point because of this bitch. So, always when you're doing your pre-plan, look at the state that you're in and look at where you're going. Always know which direction you need to be traveling in, because this bitch will get you fucking killed. I promise. I've been saying she's gonna get me killed since I was on the Mentor's truck. Both of them. And both of them laugh and say the same thing. Oh yeah, she's fucked up. That doesn't sound like, outside of the tractor and the trailer, that bitch is the most important thing we got going on for us. Like, the navigation, the tractor and trailer don't make no money if we don't know where the fuck we're going, honestly. And I have complained to Swift about this, and Swift follows me, so they'll see this. And for those of y'all who think they don't, go check out the comments on some of the videos. Swift definitely is listening to what I'm saying. You know, and I talked to my driver leader in depth. Like, I called him. I was on a long stretch of highway. I was bored. I said, you know what? I'm going to bring this up to my driver leader right now. And he said that Swift is quite aware that this thing is a fucking problem. But just like the transition into the new trucks and stuff like that, it's not something that's going to happen overnight. I've heard people that have been trucking with Swift for like 20 plus years complaining about this thing. So apparently they've had them for a long time. There's different, I guess, makers. Mine's Omnitrax is what it says. It's fucking Qualcomm. It's all the same shit. When I call the number, I get the same people as I did when I had the one that actually said Qualcomm. So I don't know. I'm very curious as to what's going on in the electronic logging department with other companies. Not that I would switch. I'm doing research, you could say. I want to know what the best one is out there. I personally am probably going to go with Rand McNally just because it's the best, but because I'm kind of a penny pincher, I'll probably go with Garmin. Either one I think will be just fine. As long as the motherfucker gets me from point A to point B, that's all I needed to do. This bitch can't. And what happened this morning, let me tell you. I don't have a set, so you'll get loads like this sometimes. I didn't have a set time to go pick it up, and I don't have a set time to drop it off. Sometimes they do loads like that because they know that either I'm gonna call and say, hey, can I pick it up early, or hey, can I drop it off early? So sometimes, especially from Jurupa Valley, they just throw me loads and they're like, here, she'll go do it in the next 10 hours anyway. So that's exactly what I did. I did laundry yesterday there at the terminal. I was asleep by 3 p.m. I woke up at 2 a.m. I woke up a couple of times last night. I don't know why, I just couldn't sleep very well. But I finally got up for the day around 2 a.m. I was 45 miles from the shipper. So I was like, okay, cool. Went, do my morning thing. Made some breakfast. By 2:40, I was on the road. By made some breakfast, I heated up some oatmeal. That's what I did. So no lavish shit going on here. And we hit the road. Me and Betty here. Betty is my truck, by the way. So we hit the road. I should be there by 3:15, no problem. I got there at 5 because of this thing. Now, being that I've been in California for 4 weeks now, I go in and out of California, but for the most part, I'm in California about 80% of the week. I am quite familiar with that area, the Jurupa Valley, Los Angeles, San Bernardino, Chino, all that area, all the way down to the Long Beach area. During the weekends, a lot of they're doing construction on a lot of the highways. Not so much the interstate, but more of the California highways. I have been lucky enough until this morning to never get caught in that shit on the weekend. I tried to just drive on the interstate. Well, first of all, the first fuck up was my dispatch said Walmart Distribution Center. No problem. I know what kind of building I'm looking for. Let's go. Well, it wanted me to go on Highway 60, Paloma Highway. I think going south, yeah. Wasn't happening. So I kept going straight thinking this bitch would reroute me. Nope, she rerouted me, okay? She wanted me to go down a couple miles and do a U-turn and come back up and still go 60 south. Wasn't working. So on this highway that I'm on, there's no shoulder for me to stop and like just say fuck her and pull up my own trucker path. Trucker path works. The problem that I have with trucker path is that I can't mount it anywhere. If I use it on my phone, then nobody can call. Well, they can call me, but if I answer the phone, then I can't hear the map and the map just stops. So unless I'm going for like 100 plus miles, it's not something that's reliable for me because I need to be able to access my phone. So I eventually, after about an hour and a half, this bitch kept trying to get me to go 710 south. It was close too. Every which way I would try to go on it. I know I needed to go south and I needed to go east. So I was like getting on other highways, trying to go around it myself. But where this place was, and I say this place because it definitely was not a Walmart distribution center. First of all, I just fucking stopped on the highway. I didn't have a choice. Luckily, there wasn't a lot of popping off in the fucking California interstates at fucking 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. I finally just pull off because I'm watching my miles get further and further. They're going up because I'm getting further away from where I need to be. Still thinking it's a Walmart distribution center. That's what it says. I stop in the slow lane. I hurry up, get in the back, get my iPad, hook it up to the auxiliary so I can hear the directions because I have to put it here on the floor. Now, for those truck drivers out there, staring at the floor, looking at maps and shit is definitely something you don't want to be doing while you're driving. But that bitch doesn't give me any other options. So I put my phone on Do Not Disturb and I just said, fuck it, I put it on the phone. I don't have anywhere to mount my phone in here because I don't use my phone as a GPS system. I feel like I'm a company driver. That direction should be something that is part of the job, right? That's something they should supply. So I never bought a phone mount because I have a little lip here that holds my phone for me and I can see who's calling, but it cuts off about this much of the screen. So I only see like from here up. So whatever, as long as I can hear the bitch, I'm fine. So I finally fucking get to the place. She takes me all around. I get to the place is a cul-de-sac. And there's a business here, and a business here. This one's closed, so we got two to choose from. We got a 50-50 chance of going to the right place. Again, my dispatch says Walmart DC. I've been to a lot of them. That's not what I was looking at. And I matched the address to the one on the Qualcomm, and I'm like, okay, well, this is stupid. So I'd been to the one in front of me. I knew it wasn't that one because it was Spalding Steel or some shit like that. So it had to be this place. So I look. Luckily, they had their address on the sign. It was the address that was on my Qualcomm. A place called Damco. Now, having driven in California, my first week that I came out here, one weekend, all I did was get paid $25 per cargo cart or cargo container, taking them back and forth to different places. Those places, I was picking it up from a drop yard and taking it to a place called Damco. Well, that weekend was a clusterfuck, and I got to talking to the people, and I know that they, all of the stuff that comes from the port goes there, and then goes out to retail distribution centers, blah, blah, blah. So I said, please, God, let these people have some Walmart fucking shit. Yes, that was the right place. Why is this frustrating? Well, because Swift is sending me here. Swift has probably sent other drivers there before. They should literally put Damco on the thing, not Walmart DC, because we are out here in places unknown. Most of the time, we're going to some place we've never been to before, especially when you haven't been driving very long, like me. It's stupid o'clock in the morning, and I'm looking for fucking Walmart distribution center, and I'm staring at not Walmart distribution center. And this is only the 7th time it's happened in the past week. I don't know what's going on, but the addresses, whoever's doing data entry in Phoenix or wherever, whoever does data entry, they're always off like a couple of numbers, or if it's, the other day it was 1011, it was actually supposed to be 7011. I don't know how you fucked that up, but they did. And they fucked up the street. It was supposed to be 41st Street, and they sent me 39th Street. And there I go. My hood mirrors start going down. I'm going into a ditch, and I'm like, son of a bitch. So the address situation within the Qualcomm itself is fucked. I don't know how we fix that, but my driver leader is taking notes of everything. So Hopefully they fix it. Because every other address, I just had to, and y'all think I'm bullshitting. Watch, some asshole's gonna be like, somebody told me some bullshit earlier. I told him to go fuck his mother. Like, you don't get ignorant with me. That's the last thing you want to do. Here I go. I said, okay, so let me show you. I know I'm whited out right now. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so here we go. Remember the other day I said, man, I got water bottles falling everywhere. Remember the other day I said, if it's grayed out, you're fucked, right? So this is what happens when you have a grayed out situation. Again, here's where it said Walmart distribution center. It was not a Walmart distribution center by any fucking means. Look, it doesn't register the address, so it literally wants to send me to the center of the city, Red Bluff, whatever, Tehama, whatever, California. Tehama County, California. What the fuck am I gonna do sitting in the middle of the city, right? So I'm used to this by now. I already knew to look up the place. I have it programmed in there. I looked it up on Google. This is the address that I get for Google. Now keep in mind, Google's not giving us addresses for truckers. They're giving us addresses for like just regular old four-wheeled cars. So to make sure I'm looking at the right place, because I just looked up Walmart Distribution Center in Red Bluff, California. Then I send a macro. Can I get an address for Walmart Distribution Center, please? This is what I get back. I had 10815. That's what pulls up on the thing. Now, why the fuck couldn't this address be on the thing? I don't understand. I don't get it. And like I said, I showed you my pickup for this morning says Walmart DC. It wasn't a Walmart distribution center. It was a place called Damco. So I'm gonna add an extra step to my trip planning now, where I'm actually going to virtually look up the building to make sure that I'm situated. I don't ever pull into a place unless I absolutely know that that's where I need to go, because a lot of buildings, shippers and receivers, don't have places for trucks to turn around. A lot of them. And you're usually, if you turn in the wrong place, you're holding up people. And these are mistakes that I've seen other people do. I personally have never done it. I will stop this truck, and I have done it, in the turning lane. I'll stop it, put my hazards on, and I will walk. I'm usually right there. I just need to know which building and where they want me to go. If you are not sure about the place that you're trying to pull into, don't do it, because I have seen people take out trees, power lines, poles, damn near people. This guy just yesterday backed over, even though we have that extended thingy in the bottom so cars can't go up underneath. Talking about Walmart, there goes a Walmart truck. He backed up and was going down the hill, and he ran. There was a little Porsche. He just ran right over it. I was like, because he turned in the wrong building, and he was trying to back out. There was no place for him to turn around. He was trying to back out, and I was just like, we were all honking, like he wasn't paying attention. It was a bad situation. So yeah, if you ever see a Swift truck just kind of hanging out in the middle of the road with their hazards on, and you don't see anybody in there, that's probably me. And I don't give a fuck. I'm going to make sure that I know exactly where the nose of this truck needs to go before I pull in anywhere. I'm not trying to be on Swift failed videos. So, Swift, whoever's doing the data entry on these addresses, they need to be really good with their fact checking and their typing skills. Like, it's dangerous for us out here. It's very dangerous. So I'm to the point where Swift will pay me back anything that I buy that's for the truck and for me to do my job. So, and it's not about the money. It's about the principle. I can easily go inside of, where the fuck am I? Pilot. I could go inside Pilot and go buy a Garmin or a Rand McNally and sit here and eat my steak and set myself up and never have to worry about this shit again. The principality is the problem that I have. I feel like this is something, I represent Swift everywhere I go. And trust me, I get made fun of. People fuck with me. My truck and tractor my tractor and trailer get fucked with all the time. This is a target, okay? This is a target that I am wearing on my body. But I don't care. I am Team Swift and I'm proud of it. And I'm not one who gives two shits what other people say. I will tell you something crazy like go fuck your mother if you piss me off. And, that guy came back with, oh, I'm going to catch you at a truck stop. Really? You're that guy? I'm 5'4". I'm 5'4" and I'm a female. I won't call the cops on you. I'll kick your ass and then call the ambulance to come pick your ass up. Don't fuck with me. I'm not an angry person. Like, I'm chill. I'm just like, cool breeze. Like, let's keep it moving. But people get ignorant. And the point of that story is I probably wouldn't have given that guy the time of day to tell him to go F his mom if I wasn't in the mood that I was in because of this fucking machine. I have gone off on people in person for just being ignorant drivers, doing stupid shit. And I go off on them, man. I let them know. Like, when they pass me again, I let them know. And we're not supposed to be doing that. But I let them know, hey, bitch, I don't like you. Like, why are you driving like a maniac and cutting me off, trying to run me off the road? Just because my truck says Swift? Like, this thing right here puts me in a whole other frame of mind where I just don't give a fuck. And I shouldn't be driving that way. Nobody should have to drive stressed out, stuck on the side of the road, looking for fucking other ways, to figure out how to get where they're going. And for all you old fogies, I love you all. Yes, I have an Atlas. Yes, I know how to use it. But, again, had I pulled out the Atlas, is it going to give me a specific building? It doesn't work that way. And with technology, why the fuck would I mess around with an Atlas? It would have got me to the street. I've looked it up since then. It would have got me to the street. And half of the street on one part was no truck route. And technically, the other half of the street said no truck route either, even though it's in an industrial park. So the Atlas wasn't all that correct. It wasn't an orange street or anything like that. So, and I would have really been fucked because I was looking for Walmart distribution center. So, again, all roads lead back to this thing is a piece of shit. Recycle it, make some jewelry, save some money, figure something out. Like, you're the largest trucking company in the United States, possibly in the world. I don't know, I haven't looked that far. I feel like, since safety is our number one thing, safety by choice, not by chance, I feel like this thing needs to be more safe. It needs to be more reliable. It needs to also, key point here, it needs to have the technology that my app that I pay $10 a month for has. When I pulled it up on Trucker Path, immediately you saw all the all the highways that were closed down due to construction. They were all redded out. She didn't have to think about how to get me where I was going. She already knew. This thing needs to have the same capability. This Qualcomm, Omnitrax, whatever the fuck this thing is in here, needs to be able to recognize when there's construction and how to route us around the construction. It also needs to have a signal that doesn't fucking go down every 5 seconds. Like, we shouldn't be driving not knowing where we're going. That should never happen. But it happens all the time. Especially, I'm on I-5 at least 5 days a week. And during the farmland area where all the farmers and growers are, there ain't shit for signal. Nothing. So, this is what I'm dealing with. This is what I'm dealing with. And I want to know, is this a universal problem? Or are there other... I have to believe that other trucking companies have better systems in these trucks, because this is fucking dangerous. Honestly, I've had this same long drawn out conversation with my driver leader, and he agreed. He was taking notes. Like, if I would have listened to her as my truck was going nose deep, going down, she kept saying, as soon as I started to back up out of the one-way street, I'm having to back up at stupid o'clock in the morning. It's pitch fucking dark. Can't see shit. This bitch tells me, you're going in the wrong direction. Please continue moving forward and turn left. Had I listened to her, I would have been calling on-road to come dig my ass out of a ditch. So, I think I'm done talking about Qualcomm for today. Yo, I'm serious. This shit puts me on another level. Like, I wanted to get out of my truck and just leave it on the highway and fucking go to the airport and fly home. Honestly, like, that's how fucking frustrated I was. And not just because this happened, but because this is a continuing problem. This happens at least every other load, and that's not an exaggeration. That is facts. This happens every other fucking... I have to message them. Why didn't they have the address already plugged in there? They want their stuff delivered, right? Like, if I can't get where I need to go, we're both losing money. So let's get to the fucking places we need to go. We need to step it up, Swift. We got to step it up in the communication department and in this fucking machines department. Like, okay, Rand McNally, Swift's a corporation. I'm sure that they could get a good discount on it. They don't need to be big and spiffy. Like, I know that we need this for the communication part, but fuck, we could actually do it through the phones, but through the app, but they have it disabled, so we can't even message them through the app. It's so weird, the things that they turn on and the things that they turn off. But something's got to be better than this. Something has got to be better than this. Shit's gonna get me killed. So I told my husband, as I've told him every week for the past, I've been solo now, I don't even fucking know how long, couple months. I said, it's doing okay right now. Let me see what happens. Let me see what happens. On the next incident, the next video, I guarantee you, I bet you I'll be in here talking about my new GPS system that I'm making Swift pay for because that bitch doesn't work. So, I want to hear your feedback, your comments, your love, your hate, but don't piss me off. And please make sure I know where I'm going on the Qualcomm. You got a good 24 hours ahead of you. I won't tell you to go fuck anybody or anything. But no, you catch me at a bad time, don't come on here and say stupid shit like just to get a rise out of me. Because if I'm in a funky mood like I was this morning, you will get what you... And I really don't want to be that bitch. But, don't you have anything better to do? Honestly? Just saying. Just saying. Anyways, I love y'all. I got some steaks to cook and some broccoli to steam. And I need to catch up on The Deuce. If y'all have not seen that show is really good. Just saying. Anyways, I love you all. Peace out.